Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself, Olia Mulyana. I'm from English Language Education. Today I want to tell you about an education psychology, analysis of student learning, motivation, and self-regulation. I want to talking about the identification of background, variability, and interpretation strategy at SMN 1 Gunung Sari. Background and purpose. The context. A study conducted to bring the gap between education psychology theories and actually high school student behaviors. Core objective. To scientifically map psychology phenomena and learning habits in the classroom. The second one is to design, applicate alternative solution and instructional intervention to enhance learning quality. The research focus is analyze how low, middle, socioeconomic backgrounds and peer group dynamics impact individual academic focus. Problem identification, student backgrounds, and the characteristic. Family environment. Majority come from lower middle economic backgrounds. Parents face heavy workload outside the home, learning to assiduously permissive or envelope parenting. Lack of academic supervision at home, unchecked homework, and limited screen time diminishes foundation learning discipline. Social conduction, extreme peer group conformity. The second one is student profess non-academic socializing over instruction, learning to collective discussion like secretly accessing non-traditional apps. Identification of student initial ability and skill. The first one is cognitive readiness, moderately capable of grasping basic concepts via visualizing or grading discussion. The second one is primary challenge, strained attention, abstract and complex reasoning. For example, is indirect English grammar structure. Cause immediate cognitive overload. The second one is learning attitude. Planting motivation tied directly to the teaching style. Conventional teacher-centered method, lecturing tiger passivity, scholarship, daydreaming, and the lack of teaching persistence. The last one is the skill gaps, non-academic skill in hike. Advanced digital proficiency in operating modern devices, navigate social media, and flexible social communication. The second one is second academic skill low. Very poor time management, lack of critical thinking during discussion, low structure not talking skill, and failure use digital tool for study efficiency. Intervention strategy 1 classroom management. Active learning. The framework shifting from passive to active learning designed based on the Robert E. Salk theory to combat attention drift. The second one is problem-based learning implementation. One, teacher present real-world contextual problem to teenage in Gunung Sari. 2. This strategy forces students to use their mobile device as research instrument rather than tools for entertainment. 3. Interrogation for interactive quiz platform and education games to break freedom. The last one is group structure are designed to be internally heterogeneous to disable head, negative quit and direct for company toward healthy academic competition. Intervention strategy 2 counseling and family partnership. Humanistic guidance and counseling. Self-regulation training. Counseling section to help students identify personal digital distraction and set manageable weekly achievement goals. Connective restricting. Shifting student mindset from waiving school as pros routine to sing in the fields of real analysis and social mobility. Third, trivet learning contracts. Signal right agreement among teachers, students, and parents, stability, clear boundaries for at-home device using and decided study time. Parenting education. Conducting regular workshops to help lower incoming parents understand that constant moral support and equip home study environment are far more accurate than financial investment. Multidisciplinary coordination, the school ecosystem. Early dissection of passive disagreement. English teacher serve as perfect fourth line observed to flag early system of apathy, daydreaming, foresight to note subject teacher provide daily observation set on the counseling staff to counseling is ground in the great classroom behavior data. The second one, social emotion and instructional alignment. First counseling. The guiding counselor provides actionable psychological recommendation back to the English teacher. The teacher then applies theories classroom strategies like self-heterogeneous groups based on the student and specific self-regulation defects. Join the Quittery cast conferences are held with homeroom teacher to evaluate student progress. Evaluation student development. First, motivation development. A visible surge in engagement during collaboration tasks. Students become more vocal, authentic, and confident during group and discussion. However, some outliers still remain passive and heavily retain and first. Discipline development. Noticeable reduction in non-academic device usage during lesson. Organizable off-topic conventional style car reflecting structure principle that adolescent impulse control motor gradually, not instantaneously. Core takeaway: Aptic learning work wonders, but its absolute success remains heavily moderated by individual baseline aptitude, interest, and shifting for dynamite. Conclusion and reflection. The conclusion is student learning motivation and discipline at SMA 1 Gunung Sari are highly favorable, shaped by a multi-layer mix of cognitive, social, and environmental force. Educational psychology reflection. First, active instructional design, SOAP, and adolescent behavior monitoring, centric, cannot have a new result at a vacuum. The second one is long-term behavior transformation requires synthesizing behavior scaffolding across three minds. Mind pillars, classroom management by teachers, psychology backing from counselor, and active home oversight by parents. Okay, that's all for me. Let's say I wanna say thank you very much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.